Hey everyone, this is the second installment of my Pokemon Gimmick videos, and today I'm going to be talking about Teamkiller Moxie Garchomp and Krookodile. If a Pokemon has the ability Moxie, knocking out an opponent will cause your attack stat to go up one stage. This also applies to killing allies in double battles. If you want to kill allies and enemies at the same time using a physical move, the best move to use is Earthquake, since it hits everything on the field and only doesn't hit flying types or levitators. In OU doubles and you want to hit hard and fast with a stab Earthquake, you use Choice Band Garchomp, who hits 591 attack if you're adamant. Now, if you give Garchomp, who would normally have the ability Rough Skin, Moxie, you can skyrocket your attack to absurd levels in a single turn. Pyroar is the best candidate for a partner, since he gets the ability Moxie, the move Entrainment, and he hits 513 speed with the Choice Scarf. He's also a Fire type, which means he's weak to ground. On turn 1 of a battle, Pyroar can entrain Moxie onto Garchomp, and then Garchomp can immediately use Earthquake to knock out Pyroar and hopefully one or two enemies. That'll give him the attack boost. Against a plus 1, 2, or 3 attack banded Garchomp that's locked into Earthquake, your opponent is likely to send in a Flying type or Levitator. That's why the second Pokemon you bring in is a Prankster with Gravity. I prefer minimum defense Sableye, because he also gets access to Fake Out, Taunt, and Feint. By turn 3, if everything has gone well, you should be at plus 3, 4, or even plus 5 attack. Now all you have to do is worry about being outsped, so you bring in a Prankster or a Choice Scarf Pokemon with Tailwind. I prefer Whimsicott or Talonflame, but Talonflame also gets Quick Guard, which is really handy against priority. By turn 4, you should have maxed out your attack stat. You can bring in a Fake Out Pokemon like Ambipom, or a Choice Scarfed Heal Pulse, Heal Bell Pokemon like Gardevoir, who also learns Light Screen and Reflect. As for Krookodile and UU doubles, you already have the ability Moxie, but you need to hit harder and move faster. The answer to your problem is Florges. Florges has the ability Symbiosis, which passes your held item to an ally if theirs is used. So if you need to make Krookodile's item disappear, and you need to boost his attack, what do? You stick a weakness policy on him. You have your Florges, who has maximum speed but minimum special attack, to use Fairy Wind, which is a 40 base power fairy move that's super effective on Krookodile since Krookodile is a dark type. That'll set off his weakness policy, boosting his attack and special attack by 2 stages, and it will pass him your Choice Scarf. This essentially doubles his attack and multiplies his speed by 1.5 in one move. It's worth mentioning that you can do the exact same thing by using Swagger and a Persianberry, which will confuse him and boost his attack, then get rid of his confusion and pass him the Scarf. But the downside to this is it can be taunted, whereas Fairy Wind can't. Now that you've got Scarfed Krookodile spamming Earthquake, you can bring in the helpers one by one to use Gravity, or Heal Pulse, Aromatherapy, Fake Out, Taunt, whatever you need. You can even run someone with Trick Room, because Scarfed Krookodile is really, really weak to Trick Room, and if your opponent sets up a Trick Room on the first turn, instead of sending in your Gravity setter, send in your Trick Roomer, just so that you can deal with that. Overall, this strategy has very high potential, because you essentially create the ultimate sweeper for your team that can literally one-shot anything. The setup is moderate because it's not that hard to get the first couple of turns to go your way, but if you don't, then it really, really sucks to be you. And the strategy isn't that hard to shut down if you see it coming. It's not very difficult to focus down the sweeper, or set up a Trick Room, or status them. Overall, is this strategy viable? Not really, not consistently. This is more of a fun gimmick that you could use with your friends, or if you just wanted to get a really funny battle, but not if you want to actually win the majority of battles. Here's an example battle that I have with Moxie Garchomp and a slightly different team. Thanks a whole lot for watching, it really means a lot to me, and more coming soon.